pleasure in welcoming this special gathering to mark our Founder's Day. We are particularly privileged that the first lecture in this series will be delivered by no less a person than His Holiness the Dalai Lama. His Holiness is revered the world over as the embodiment of love, of compassion, and of kindness. We are indeed thankful to former Prime Minister Shri for sparing his time to chair this program. If I may say so, Shri Gujral has carved out for himself a permanent place in history with his vision of a foreign policy for India which is worthy of our great country. So with these few words, Your Holiness, may I request you to please bless us.
Memorial lecture. We can get the share of Kubochunga and Hajan Babuchon and the Kubunam to Shishu.
To His Highness I.K. Gujral, the former Indian Prime Minister, and the Ambassador K.V. Rajan, the scholars, the students. So first of all, let me express my sincere sense of appreciation for all of you for inviting me to this prestigious gathering. For me to give this lecture, first lecture for this IILM gathering. So I would like to thank you for all of you giving me this opportunity.
Firstly, look world from the angle of compassionate attitude. Yes, we can see more clearly. I think we can see some kind of closeness. If you look object from anger, right, through anger, through hatred, that kind of mental attitude itself makes because of distance. So, I think compassionate attitude, I think not only brings some kind of inner peace, but also I think very helpful to see the picture more clearly. I think another reason, even some scientists have to view when you develop anger, hatred, then the object where you feel hatred, it appears something very negative. Therefore, you develop anger or hatred. But actually, that negativeness of that object, 90% are mental exaggeration. That's one scientist, he told me like that. I think that's very similar to that of ancient Indian sort of thought. When negative emotions develop, then you can't see the reality. So the opposite of the negative emotion, I think one of the opposite force of the negative emotion is compassion. So therefore, logically, if you have more compassionate attitude, there is no ground to develop exaggeration. I think see more clearly. And secondly, I think that's the one, I think the unique Buddhist sort of, the culture of Buddhist sort of way of thinking, or Buddhist philosophy. That's Patitta Samuppat, the concept of Patitta Samuppat, or dependent and origin.
Dependent origination.
You see, that concept gives you, I think, some kind of equipment to see every event from wider perspective. Right? Because now you have the concept of everything interconnected. And also not only the interconnected, the present sort of, present way, right? But today's event, you see, much because of that, related with the previous sort of events. So actually, I expressed our short sort of because of the conversation there. I expressed much of today's problem is the result of our negligence of the past. So therefore, they look from the concept of Patitsamupad. It's very, very helpful. You get immediately wider perspective.